morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome on Business Today Television. It's turning out to be a terrific Tuesday on Dalal Street. मंगलवार है तो मंगल ही होगा. अक्सर हम इस बात की चर्चा भी करते हैं, लेकिन एक बहुत ही अच्छा आपको क्यू आता हुआ दिखा वॉल स्ट्रीट से, and Dalal Street picked up the baton, and from an 8-month low, the market has now run up very sharply. The Nifty that you see is at its day's high and is now trading at its highest level since February 21st, 2025. The low for March, which was on 4th of March, was somewhere like 21,964, and from then on till now we've seen a very nice 800-point uptick in the index. It has consolidated for 10 odd sessions, and from yesterday there has been a very strong move. If you look at the broader markets today, it's green and green all the way. The Nifty, as I have mentioned, is up 1.1%. If you look at the advanced decline ratio, it's doing phenomenally well. It is 2,075 shares in the green versus 353 shares in the red. It's an easy 9:1 if you can. It's an easy 8:1 if you can do the mathematics in front of you. We track 19 indices for you. All 19 are in the green, and there is a lot of heartening development that's happening. Banks, whether they are PSU banks or there are private sector banks, are in top shape. Look at the Nifty Bank Index, 650 points higher, 1.34% up. Anything and everything that has a bank written in front of it is rising very sharply. HDFC Bank is up 1.3%, ICICI Bank is 2.3% higher. You have a strong move coming into stocks such as Kotak Bank. Axis Bank is 0.5% higher, and of course when you look at the PSU banking basket, that's doing phenomenally well as well. Now, what has happened which has turned the tide as far as domestic markets are concerned? For all practical purposes, ladies and gentlemen, an 8-month low on the Nifty, which was there till about last week, is an opportunity for smart, sensible people to deploy cash. We've been speaking to a lot of fund managers. They have been buying selectively and they have been buying large caps. They have concentrated their energies on the private banking setup, in particular HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and Kotak Bank. They have focused on NBFCs such as Shriram Finance, Bajaj Finance, Cholamandalam Finance, where valuations on a relative basis were fairly reasonable, and they had come up with a strong performance in the second quarter as well. Look at the Nifty Small Cap Index, 1.6% higher. Look at the Nifty Mid Cap Index, 1.2 percentage points higher. Look at the advanced decline ratio in the Nifty 500. Out of 500 shares, 444 shares are in the green. We have repeatedly over the last 1 month or so provided you with a lot of ideas in terms of creating long-term wealth by buying into this market via systematic investment plans, by buying into quality funds such as Kotak Emerging Market Equity, such as Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund, such as ICICI Prudential Debt and Equity Fund, and many more that we have discussed in the last 10-15 sessions. Again, I repeat, today is also an opportunity to get back into a quality fund, put in a lump sum, and also a systematic investment plan to take the benefit of this 7-month low that we have in the markets today. Well, let's dip a little deeper. Lots of mid caps, which were quality stocks, are now rising very sharply. Look at Ircon, 5% higher. Look at Kirloskar Oil Engineering, 9% higher. Look at Sri Renuka Sugars, 5% higher. These were all trader friendly stocks that had corrected 40-50% from their all-time peak and are now showing signs of very good moves for today. What is also helping the market, ladies and gentlemen, is the weekly expiry on the Sensex, which happens on every Tuesday. If you look at the month to date performance on many indices in the month of March, many of them are now in the green. Let me just share with you some data that I have as far as index performances are concerned. If you look at the Nifty in the month of March alone, the index is up 0.6%. It might look minuscule, but the fact is that till February, there was a month-on-month decline from September. So 5 months of sustained selling pressure, led mostly by foreign institutional investors and mainly because of very high valuations of Indian markets, has now brought the market to a level where investors, deep pocketed fund managers, people who are sitting on cash, have found an opportunity to get back into the market. What have they been buying? As I have said, mainly large caps and concentrated on private sector banks, NBFCs, some auto stocks, and a smattering of other consumer companies which are doing fairly well in the market. Remember, this budget also gave a tax benefit of about 1 lakh crore rupees each year to the broader middle class. Also, we have a huge amount of heat that is coming into the market as well as in the climate. Look at how Voltas is doing. This stock is at the moment at 1471. Keep an eye out on Havells. These are spaces that will do extremely well. 1483 for you, 1.5% higher. Look at Amber Enterprises. This is a company that makes air conditioners. 6623, 134. So all brown goods majors, whether it is air conditioners makers or fridge makers, will have a good time this summer because summer has come in early. The most recent low on Amber Enterprises was 6,170. We are at 6,600. At Voltas, it was sub 1,400. Havells most recently was at 1,370. Look at Blue Star. This is a space which is doing extremely well. Blue Star at the moment is quoting at 2126, which is up 5.6%. So these are spaces that you need to look at. Stocks that have corrected substantially, 20-25% from their peak, 30% from their peak, and have a nice tailwind because of lower valuations and of course very heavy demand coming in from deep pocketed fund managers, coming in from people who have higher cash on their balance sheet. Look at Sun Pharma. Its most recent acquisition in the US is also propelling the stock higher. 1732, 1.6% higher. The most recent low on Sun Pharma was in the vicinity of 1666, and from then on 1732 has been a breeze in the last 10 trading sessions. What else is also interesting? Let me just give you volume buzzers. Mastech 13% higher, 2392. The volumes on Mastech are 10x their 5-day average, and we are only at 11:10 a.m. Look at Ircon, the one that I just marked, 5.4 times the 5-day average. 2.61 crore shares of Ircon have been traded, making it amongst the top 10 traded counters as far as volumes are concerned. 385 crores has been traded on Ircon. You have a strong move coming into the entire finance services space. Apart from Bajaj Finserv, which is down 1.3% because of the transaction that's happened between its overseas partner and itself, you have a strong move coming into Muthoot Finance, 0.4% higher, 2300. Axis Bank is 0.5% higher. ICICI Pru is 0.7% higher. SBI Life is 0.9% higher. Power Finance Corporation, LIC Housing Finance are more than 2% higher. These are all beaten down stocks, ladies and gentlemen, which are now showing strong traction as cash comes in. What will be really interesting is to watch out today's FII number. Monday's sale figure was somewhere like 4,400 crores. Overall, they have tapered their net sales, but today's number will be interesting because you will see a very sharp spurt as far as the buying is concerned from domestic financial institutions. I want to mention one particular thing, which is the low of the Nifty today. The low of Nifty was 22,600. It had opened gap up already, and we are now at 22,762. A close above 22,700 will be immensely beneficial. That will say that the index is now at a 1-month high after dipping to an 8-month low. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we call it a bit of a pause here, but remember, this is a golden opportunity to add the market near 5, 7, 8-month lows. Please invest in an equity diversified large cap fund. We will be discussing many of those a little later. Some we have already marked out, and also put in a systematic investment plan. We'll leave you with the Nifty at 22,760 up 250 points, the Nifty Bank at 49,661 points, and the IT index 350 points higher, 36,520. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you on Business Today Television and our on